So, real quick video. This has just been on my mind a lot recently, and it's just been really bugging me, which has really just been the usual for this channel ever since I started uploading these kind of videos. And honestly speaking, I should just lean into my Peter Griffin arc and just talk about what grinds my gears per episode. And you know what really grinds my gears? People who really do their best to fucking paint themselves as being this huge advocate that cares more about marginalized groups than, the regular person. And man, bro, dude, it's okay. It's okay for you not to give a fuck about Mexicans like me. It's okay, bro. Or at least it's okay to me that we just keep things honest. These people just straight up do these things to use you as a sort of pawn to go ahead and gain some fucking power. And this has been things that have been said throughout fucking time that I never really, well, I have sort of known, but I never actually just considered it as being a huge issue. You know, people being fake, you sort of just go ahead and think that you should just head and ignore it. But when it's just so glaringly in your fucking face that these people are gonna be like, oh yeah, we care about Mexicans. Yeah, we care about, equal opportunity, the community. When it's just they're just using it as some sort of fucking poster child. Whenever they do go ahead and get a specific Mexican or a black person, they have to fit certain parameters, and it's not gonna be anyone like me or anyone, some Indian dude or some fucking Muslim. It's not, bro. It's just simply put, it's not because it doesn't fit their fucking image. They want to go ahead and make it seem like it's just equal opportunity. We're getting them out of the hood type of shit. But then they don't want to go ahead and stray off to things that are too foreign because then it starts getting scary and unfamiliar. And I understand that people with imperfections are marketable, but this is just getting real ridiculous with the whole fucking pandering to fucking races when it's just like, no, it's very like, let me just, let me pick that one. No, you could keep the rest. Let me just get that one. Which means no turbans, no chubby Mexicans, no people who meet the qualifications but aren't marketable black women with curly hair. And yeah, this is fucking. Is it even worth posting some shit like this? I'm not really sure, but I mean, this is honestly the fucking truth. And if this somehow ever gets out to people I don't want it to, then man, I'm not fucking crazy. Well, I am a little bit crazy, just a tad bit crazy, but it's not to say that it's not just because I fucking choose to. It's this whole fucking environment, social fucking norms that we just went ahead and established for ourselves in recent times. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm just depressed. I'm having a hard time just jumping through these loops just to go ahead and do entry level jobs that I have a fucking passion for with a reasonable wage. Uh, yeah, I mean, I already said it, bro. Like this channel is you could really see it as just me just bitching the whole time. So it's a matter of perspective here. But based off the conversations that I've had in private with other people regarding this topic, it's not too far from the truth. So I guess I feel a little bit more confident in making a video like this, knowing that there's at least some people that actually agree in the real life. And look, I totally get that it's not every single place that considers the demographic of a person whenever an opportunity comes, but it's more than often that the fucking people preaching this woke bullshit are the ones that are just the most discriminatory and want to be seen as the nice guys. And it's a fucking pain in the ass. It isn't just fucking like I guess employers, because that's sort of what I'm attesting all this towards. It goes down to everyone you fucking know. This social media bullshit has just straight up diluted everyone's mind. Where it's just like, instead of just doing the good thing, you need to fucking announce it. You need to fucking go ahead and say, hey, I'm doing this good thing for you. And it's not completely impossible for there to be actual wholesome people who just post kind stuff out of their own goodness of their own heart. It's just, again, this could all just be a huge, I could be just projecting, I'm crazy, but within my own personal life, I've seen so many examples of just the hypocritical side of people within just the past couple fucking months. And when the whole BLM thing really cracked, people just really try their best to identify with any sort of side at the time. And I kept fucking quiet because I saw how problematic it was. And truth be told, whether or not you keep your fucking mouth shut, you're gonna get involved with this shit either way. So if you have a strong political opinion, then I guess that's the most appropriate way to go about this thing. And I guess not even a strong political opinion, but just being aware of what the fuck's actually going on, because it's just people are gonna think you're a fucking bigot, they're gonna think you're an asshole. They're gonna think that you're racist or any of that stuff. But it's just like this goes way beyond this shit at this point. You know, just slam my hand on the fucking desk because I'm so fucking mad. Another thing that comes to mind that is explicitly cringed at is a good example of this is whenever all those BLM rallies were happening down here in LA or even here right in the valley, I would just see a bunch of motherfuckers go to it and they would treat it as if it was like some sort of fucking event where they're having fun and they're fucking like I would see them having smiles or fucking getting chased off by the police and shit. And keep in mind, these are just people that I knew within my own personal circle or acquaintances that I so happen to have on social media who never really expressed any sort of concern for civil rights issues. And I guess you never really had to have any sort of civil rights opinion prior to the whole George Floyd thing because, you know, you don't have to fucking be a genius to know how fucked up of a situation that was. But if they weren't in support or had connections with other people who themselves had committed sexual assault crimes or are women beaters or just all those other shitty things, then most of these people will do and say some really fucking racist or dark shit themselves. But all of a sudden, when it was relevant and time to, they just popped out the cartridge that they had in their head and switched it out for the 2020 version of BLM. And it's just and again, I need to keep reiterating this kind of thing because I don't want to act like I'm some sort of like special fucking guy, but I was even involved with that sort of mindset. But I think the safest thing to do whenever just something big happens is to actually just sit back and just shut the fuck up for a couple of days to actually cement on what the fuck your opinion is on everything. Because if you just act out of emotion, you just end up sounding like a retard. And trust me, I know plenty about that. And that's another thing, you know, I'm not fucking immune to that. This whole video could just be that, if you want me to be honest. I mean, I remember I went on a tirade the other day on Instagram because of how fucking angry I am about this kind of shit. But ghost organizations have already made their way to your family through things like Facebook, and deadass, we should just consider life as just one big game of Nazi zombies because you really got to understand the map and the exploits just to make sure you're not a dead bitch at level 26 and not knowing why like a fucking scrub. But I like to think that a lot more people are starting to become aware of this whole woke culture performance that's going on amongst institutions, corporations, and your closet racist friends. So that's a good thing. Also, I just wanted to mention, I'm not aware of the whole social engineering aspect when it comes down to how we should form a society's thought, but you know, this issue that has increased in modern times is causing a lot more harm than the good that it claims. And you know, at least that's just my opinion on it. You end up hating yourself for not meshing with society's weirdo-ass behavior. And for me personally, I'm just done with all of that. And will continue to just lean into my Joker / Peter Griffin shit until I'm either dead or something just straight silly happens. And, you know, for sure, I'm just getting back shots from either side of the spectrum. Like, if I choose to play along with this woke culture stuff for crumbs, then I have to continuously hold myself at an esteem that I consider impossible because I'm not allowed to have my own opinions regarding situations that I'm asked about. You know, despite it being what I believe to be a reasonable opinion, then it gets me hating myself based off fucking society's prerequisites. And if I do decide to speak out against it or speak my mind and experiences, then I'm deemed crazy, goofy, or just loud and fat. And despite the fact that people are willing to overlook actual scumbags around us, and it's always just an excuse to justify and sponsor someone else's thoughts, if you want me to be fucking honest. And yeah, it's hard not to be cynical about this kind of thing because everywhere I go is just a reoccurring pattern, and I'm just honestly tired of just seeing frauds play into this whole nice guy act and just reap the benefits of whatever the fuck they're fucking proclaiming just to actually not be about what they're fucking claiming, you know? And again, it's fine, you know, it's fine that they don't give a fuck, but you're acting brand new after actually having zero morale, being heartless, and putting business over workers who believe in your kind nature, Terrell. Like, it isn't enough to work hard, but you have to break the rules, bob and weave, say yes, 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 and just be cautious about people who you perceive as being kind-hearted now. I mean, that's what it seems like for me, you know, but who knows, you know, I don't have much power, so by default, I'm crazy, I'm crazy, I'm crazy. My conclusion to all of this, I think this whole fake woke culture stuff is causing more harm than good. Like, it's fine that we're all not on an even playing field, but to pretend you're sort of allies to those in shittier positions because it's marketable, lucrative, or just straight boost your ego while then going back on your claims is just straight fucked up in my opinion. I know for sure there has to be a way to move around this whole virtue signaling society that we're a part of. And for me personally, I look back at stories from the past of successful people to draw some sort of inspiration because in a world that's so divisive, I don't know, in a world that can't agree or isn't willing to understand your perspective, it feels really good to see a successful person's thoughts match what you're thinking at the moment. And yeah, I guess that's essentially it for this. You know, a bit of projection, a bit of truth, a bit of bitching. I think, I don't know what I think, but it'd be nice if more people became aware of the meta and that we discover ways to prevent the negativity it causes. It's everywhere I look these days, and from what it seems, it's not going anywhere. Well, until maybe 2040, but that's a discussion for another day. Yeah.
Fight his ass. Get his ass. Motherfucking ass. Get him. Grab his damn leg. Grab his leg. Get his ass.